Hey, hey, welcome to Domesticated Me. I will be coming on screen in a moment. Just give me a little time. But if you are in here already, then go ahead and say hello, why don't you? Say hello, why don't you? We're just going to chill for a moment, see if anybody is joining. Give people time to join, y'all. Give people time to join. Give people time to share the live out, all that good stuff. Then we're going to talk about this story, y'all. We're going to talk about this story. Your name up in my next live. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for helping Auntie reach her goal. I love you guys. Okay, so what I want to say. Hey, hey, Jazz. I'm glad you came in, girl. Because I kind of want to just get to this story and make it like a video, regardless of who else comes. Um, so I could get the story up. So thank you for being here, Jazz. I'm gonna come on screen in a minute, but girl, they charged the girl in Enterprise, Alabama today. They found evidence. She's responsible for that she's responsible for what happened to the baby. Um, and so they've been talking here on the news. I mean, they've been talking there on the news and everything um about her. So I mean, yeah, it's sad overall, but the more and more you think about it, it's like just even more sad, girl. But um oh girl, you want to hear my theme song so you can see which one you like? So there's an emergency. I hate the way this thing search, y'all, because I don't understand why it just wouldn't bring up the most recent story. Um, but I found it, but that's just stupid to me. It really is. Um, that's just crazy to me, y'all. But I found one that I could show y'all, but that's just crazy to me that but they charged her, y'all. Um, what'd you say? What baby? Oh, okay. Yeah. It's the baby. Girl, it's the baby for me. And it's just so sad. It's so sad. Cause I'm gonna play something for you by what her daddy said. That's the sad part about it. Is this girl daddy been looking for and wanting her, and this girl would not give her to her daddy. And if what he's saying is true, I don't know about the guy in prison because that don't make too much sense. But if what she's saying is true, no, girl, that's real scandalous what she did. Stop. So hey everybody. Hey Jazz. Over here eating some plantain chips. So I just want to have this conversation y'all about this baby. Yep. And I know you probably have not been keeping up with it, but I'm here to help you keep up with it. So let's go. So a couple of weeks ago, we did a live, and it was about this baby who came up missing. Now, I'm just gonna be honest. I never thought they was gonna find the baby. I never thought that. I know there were a couple of things where they were saying that maybe she gave the baby away, and people was hoping that that's what she did. But nah, it was just something about her that made me think like, oh no, she did something to this baby. So, they are basically saying that yes, they can prove it. So let's listen to what they said. We'll watch a couple of them, y'all.
Is now charged with capital murder. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to WSFA 12 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Valerie Lawson. Investigators reveal that is now charged with capital murder. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to WSFA 12 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Valerie Lawson. Investigators revealed the charges today during a news conference as the case shifts from a missing child investigation to a homicide. WSFA 12 News reporter Nairemi explains what police say they've uncovered.
Police say what began as a missing child report quickly turned into a much deeper investigation. Enterprise police say the case started February 16th when Adrian Reid reported her 2-year-old daughter missing from their apartment. But investigators say detectives soon discovered the report was false.
On February 17th, Adrian Reid was arrested and charged with false reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class C felony.
As investigators dug deeper, they say they uncovered evidence showing Genesis had not been seen alive since Christmas Day. That's when police say she had visited relatives in Dothan before returning to Enterprise with her mother. Surveillance video later obtained by detectives shows Reid walking toward a dumpster at the apartment complex with a rolling duffel bag.
Y'all. So what they're claiming is on Christmas, when she was dropped back off with her baby Genesis, that is the day she did it. On Christmas Day. The day she was dropped back off with her baby because they was with relatives. I wonder what sparked that.
Investigators believe Genesis' body was inside.
We have reached a heartbreaking and horrific conclusion that her mother, her caretaker, the one that should have been there to keep her safe, willfully murdered Genesis.
Now, prosecutors say Reid is charged with capital murder in the death of a child under 14, as well as abuse of a corpse.
If we are successful in our prosecution for capital murder and Adrian Reid is convicted, there are 2 possible punishments for a jury to decide: life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty.
Investigators now believe Genesis' remains may be inside the Coffee County landfill. Authorities say crews are preparing for a difficult...
They finna search that landfill. They said that because the dump trucks where they are monitored, they know where everything goes. So they're gonna go see if they can find this baby. And I'm praying that they find her, y'all. I'm praying that they find her. Because this is just sad, y'all. This is just real sad.
Local search.
I'm going to ask the surrounding agencies to send me personnel. We've got a team out of Atlanta coming that has found several 50-something landfills. They're experts.
And investigators say they have narrowed the landfill search area significantly, but it could still take weeks. And Val, authorities say dozens of agencies and investigators.
Hey, on the roads with the roads. I hope they find this baby, y'all. I hope they find this baby. This is just horrible. It's horrific. Once again, for those of you that are just joining, we've covered this story before and we've talked about it before here on Domesticated Me, but it's about Genesis Nova Reid, who disappeared. Basically, they say she'd been gone for 53 days, basically. She'd been gone since Christmas. Her mother had just reported her missing, though, in February. And at the end of February at that, but she hadn't been seen at that time for weeks. So now they're saying that they got Ring camera from someone's house in the neighborhood where it shows her after her and Genesis gets dropped back off on Christmas because they went to a relative's house. They see her coming out of her house with a duffel bag. She tosses it in the trash can, and then a few days later comes back out with another with other toys and stuff that seemingly belonged to Genesis, and put it in the same trash can. So the way I can understand it is basically she waited the time to report her because she wanted to get away with it. So now the baby's in the landfill somewhere. They're saying that they know exactly where they dump at there. So as long as the sanitation worker was on the money and doing their job right, they may be able to find her. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're looking for bones at this point, I'm sure. Because this is like, she turned 3 yesterday. She would have been 3 yesterday. She would have been 3 yesterday, y'all. So that's just strange. I see something now, and I'm trying to figure out, is this something that I want to show y'all? So let me see.
Well, we continue to learn new information about the woman accused of killing her 2 young daughters, then
Okay, no. That's for tomorrow. That's for tomorrow.
Is now
That's
charged
for
with capital
tomorrow.
murder.
But guys, so that's for Friday. That one with the suitcases, y'all, this is getting even. You know what? Because from what I understand, CPS knew that she was not, and they should have been let something else happen. This is disturbing and sad. This is disturbing and sad. And don't she look like a cool, like if you saw her on the street, this lady, Adrian, Miss Reid, would y'all think that about her? Because I know looks don't really dictate much, but a lot of times it be something about the facial features that you be like, yeah, you a bit, you know what I'm saying? Because this other girl that we're going to talk about on Friday, basically, with the suitcases, they were saying, her neighbors were saying, no, something up with her. This girl neighbors say they can't believe that she did that. So, but I told y'all, I think it's time for us to be always praying every morning for mental stability for our nation. Because I don't want everybody to put it on that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people are just sick. But it's happening too much between mothers, kids. It's happening too much between families. You get me? That's what's disturbing about this. Is it this whole things that is happening in the world where people are being transitioned by the hands of their family members. Not even like husband and wives. We talking about kids and mothers and kids and fathers, and it's just it's getting out of hand. Look, you can call me Jazz. You think I'm playing. Look, have y'all seen have y'all seen them? I know that On the Rose with the Roses, because she the one that suggested the movie to me. That movie, Where is Monday? We need to have something like that, y'all. But before you can, have kids, you gotta have a psych evaluation or something. Pictures can't show for show. So that's what I'm saying. But, I know people, look at some of these, look at Ted Bundy, you know what I mean? Type thing. Nobody would have ever thought that handsome guy was like that. And even your boy, The Hillside. They were some handsome guys. Well, you guys would never think that, but dang, your baby. And this is a 2-year-old at this point because she just turned 3 yesterday. But they say they got her down to right. And the DA said, regardless if they have the body or not, they're seeking the transition penalty on her. They're seeking the transitional penalty. So now she don't have no life no more. And she got other kids. So this is devastating for her other kids. I'm pretty sure it's devastating for her parents, but it's also devastating for Genesis' dad and their family. People should be evaluated on the roads with the roads. Like plain and simple. Now, if you have not hit that like button on the way in, go and hit that like button for me. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe, everybody. And if you are watching the replay, continue to watch until we finish. Anywho, commercial break. And so for me, I'm devastated at a lot of it simply because I've been doing some other research for a conversation that we're going to have on Friday about CPS and their failure to help the right families. And I don't even know if, this particular case, she ever had anything with CPS or anything like that. And I'm not saying that she did and CPS failed her in this case. But from what I understand is she had some type of mental illness, and they knew that part about her. So for her not to have some type of, I don't know, mandatory something simply because she has a mental illness and she has a small child in her care, I don't want to be like that, but you got to start being like that because these babies can't handle this. She don't need no kids in her presence. And apparently, I really don't know exactly,
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to
why she, but basically what they saying is, let me see. Did they do, I was trying to find this other video for you guys let's just play this video again real quick.
Is now charged with capital murder. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to WSFA 12 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Valerie Lawson. Investigators revealed the charges today during a news conference as the case shifts from a missing child investigation to a homicide. WSFA 12 News reporter Nairemi explains what police say they've uncovered.
I was looking for the news report, but I can't.
Police say what began as a missing child report quickly turned into a much deeper investigation. Enterprise police say the case started February 16th when Adrian Reid reported her 2-year-old daughter missing from their apartment. But investigators say detectives soon discovered the report was false.
On February 17th, Adrian Reid was arrested and charged with false reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class C felony.
As investigators dug deeper, they
Moore delivered devastating news. He says Genesis Reid, the 2-year-old reported missing on February 16th, is now
Okay, here we go. This is what I was trying to find for y'all.
Good evening. Thanks for everybody being here. On February 16th, Adrian Reid, at
On February 16th at approximately 3 a.m., Adrian Reid reported to law enforcement that her daughter, Genesis Reid, was gone from the apartment and the exterior door was open. Through the course of our investigation, detectives developed sufficient probable cause to determine that the report was false. On February 17th, Adrian Reid was arrested and charged with false reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class C felony, due to the report alleging imminent...
So see, that's how they held her. Because at this point, they really don't know. But he gonna say, when the DA get up there, the DA gonna say, as soon as I heard, I knew something was wrong with this. And that's what I was saying to y'all. As soon as I heard, I was like, I don't want to be that way and I don't want to be speculative. But my spirit tell me that baby not in the land of the living no more. I mean, immediately. Even with the whole family trying to say, she was last seen in a pickup truck with some guy. I was like, no. The baby is gone. And I just pray they're able to recover her remains for her dad. Because he's going to be the broken one. Because the mother already came out and said, look, I'm with my daughter. I don't care what. So the mother, the grandmother of Genesis already said, no, it doesn't matter at this point. I'm with my daughter. Hey, Nia, what's up, baby? So since she's with her daughter, she's not going to, she's not going to touch you. So at the end of the day, this recovery is for the father side of the family. That's what it appears to be. And for the community.
Danger to a person. As investigators continue to follow leads, interview witnesses, information emerged indicating that Genesis had not been seen with Adrian since Christmas Day. Through the careful and methodical work of investigators, we have reached the heartbreaking and horrific conclusion that her mother, her caretaker, the one that should have been there to keep her safe, willfully murdered Genesis and placed her in a duffel bag and discarded her in a dumpster. Today, March 9th, 2026, Adrian Reid, the mother of Genesis Reid, had been formally charged with capital murder for the killing of a child under the age of 14 and abuse of a corpse. The last confirmed contact with family members.
Okay, so this is the police chief, y'all. And he has been really, this has tore him up. He's been crying at every press conference. He even said after the last press conference he had, he wasn't having any more press conferences. I don't think that he can do it. Oh, the grandmother said that already though. The grandmama said straight out, she's with her daughter on live. Like she did it on a live. Like that's it. She said she doesn't really care about any of that stuff because at the end of the day, I believe that she knows that her daughter had something anyways going on in the head. You know what I'm saying? And whether she was taking her medication, off her medication, never medicated or whatever, all speculation because this is exclamation part alleged. She with her daughter. So that's that.
Numbers occurred on December 25th. When Genesis visited relatives in Dothan
You say?
for the Christmas holiday. That evening, she was returned to her residence in Enterprise with her mother. During the investigations, detectives obtained camera footage from a neighboring residence showing Adrian walking toward the apartment complex dumpster with a rolling duffel bag at approximately 11:30 p.m. on Christmas night. 2 days later, additional footage captured Adrian returning to the dumpster area carrying toys and other belonging to Genesis.
So basically, she did it on Christmas, y'all. On Christmas is the day that she actually did this. They are taking it back to that. And that coincide with what the friend said. Because the friend had said online, I haven't seen her since Christmas. It was somebody else saying that they seen her about 3 weeks prior, but they couldn't have. So the friend, when she say, I haven't seen her since Christmas, that's when she started telling me she allowed the father to take the child so she could get herself together.
Today's an especially heartbreaking day for our community. March 9th would have been Genesis' 3rd birthday. The loss of a child, the most precious and innocent members of our society, is something that cannot be ignored and will not be forgotten.
he either got a lot of girls or he don't have no kids. Cause he's sad. Like to show that emotion as the police chief like he is, this is hurting him. Keep him in y'all prayers too. Keep the police chief in y'all prayers. That's right. He got a sensitive side, and you could tell he's like, I don't like this.
The investigation is far from over.
And he's
Our
been doing
focus
this
now
from the
turns to
beginning.
bringing Genesis home to the community that loved her. The search and rescue process will be long and difficult, but our resolve remains unwavering. We will continue working until Genesis is brought home. At this time, I will turn it over to Sheriff Bird, who will provide an overview of the landfill recovery process. Thank you, Chief Moore. This is...
I'm not streaming no more. If y'all believe something happened to the live stream, let me know. Oh, I was gonna say, like, okay. All right, Jazz. Thank you, love. Thank you for looking out, though. Okay, so let me cut it back on, y'all. Jazz lost little service there. She had me on a scare. Thought the live stream ended.
Crawford County. So we have been involved in this case since February 16th. I've had multiple investigators with this office, with them working and throughout this whole entire operation. And early on, I had a gut feeling this is where it went. So I had started initially calling and searching and filling, and we have contacts through the collection.
So the sheriff say, look, early on, I knew that this was BS. Early on, when she was saying it, that's why when the mama came out and started attacking people the way she was attacking people, saying, y'all need to let it be. Or, no, I don't think that was the mom. I would think that was another side of the family. Y'all need to let it be because we not going to say it into the end. We praying and this and that. I was like, yeah, y'all should be praying for recovery, though. Like, really, you could just almost tell the way her story evolved. It reminded me so much of Casey Anthony. That's why when I first talking about it, I was like, this don't remind you of Casey Anthony. Like, she really said all these stories. She said that it was supposedly some girl named Mariah who had the baby. And she reported the baby missing weeks after she was actually missing. I said, there's no way that they find this child regardless of anything. Because even if you go with the alternative theory, which is she gave the child away or whatever, that means you never seen the child again. That means she sold the child into some BS. That's what that would mean. That the child's not going to show back up. Who takes a child that someone gave them that they took willingly and give it back? That person has got something going on too. And for all these news things to be happening and you done took somebody's kid. So I already knew that couldn't have been true. She was full of lies.
They're really good friends of mine. And we started tracking this. So I initially went and got cadaver dogs and went to the landfill early on in this investigation.
See, they cared about this baby. These are some, man, they cared about this baby. Early on, they went and searched because he was like, no. There's something else going on here. Bravo.
And they gave me
Bravo to this police department. Come on, Enterprise Police Department.
This landfill is over 100 acres of working space. But that does not deter us in any form or fashion. So as the investigation continued,
that Myra girl didn't even Zanny the nanny for didn't even exist. There was no Zanny the nanny. And this Mariah girl, they found a Mariah because she supposedly used a real person, but they cleared the Mariah that she knew. It's like you go out to the bar and it's a local bar and you meet somebody there, you know them, but you don't know them. I think that's what she did to Mariah. Like, oh yeah, it's this girl named, you know what I'm saying, so-and-so Jazz. And I think she got something, and then she hang out at the bar. So they found the girl, but the girl said no, and they cleared her.
We can proudly say that we've narrowed it down between 200 and 100 feet square. Okay.
Still big,
our
y'all.
landfill is probably one of the most.
Hey, 200 to 100 feet square? So what exactly is that? That is 200 this way and 200 this way. That's the square they're talking about. That's still a lot of land, y'all. That's a football field, but a football field both ways, horizontally and vertically. That's a big space, y'all. That's a big space.
Most modern landfills in the state of Alabama. They have drones they fly. We have GPS trackers on the bulldozers. We have GPS trackers on the packers. We have GPS trackers on the garbage trucks. We know where they are, when they are, and how they are at all times. So when the FBI and Enterprise Police Department.
So there's a good chance they find her because they have a state-of-the-art system there. So as long as the sanitation worker who drives that truck did what they dropped off exactly where they're supposed to drop off, because I'm pretty sure they all got certain piles that they get to use. You just can't dump in any area. You probably got your own certain area. That's why they was able to narrow it down to the 200 and some odd feet. So it's somewhere within there. They know that for sure. And it's in a duffel bag. So that's good too. That they're looking for a duffel bag.
And all the SBI gave us a date. We started dialing in. Investigators at SBI worked around the clock. And it was just awesome. The FBI team, the card team.
But to your point, Jazz, they're gonna find bones. Like to your point, that's what they'll find. They'll find bones, because it'll be decomposed because she dumped it on Christmas.
Was tremendous in this. This search is going to be methodical. But we're not going to waver at any point looking for her. Now, I will say we have not put the first piece of equipment in the dirt. All we've done for the past, since February the 16th, or right after that, we've been plotting and searching. It's a 100-acre landfill.
100 acres. 100
I want to ask
acres.
the public to keep praying for us. This is going to take a while. I'm going to ask you for your patience.
100 acres. And he asking for prayers for his team. So I told y'all, we got to realize that even in today's society, one of the things we got to stay together for is we got to stay and pray. We got to make sure that we're eliciting love, light, energy, and gratitude towards everything. So we got to send some gratitude towards these police officers so that they can get filled up and they can find this baby's remains. This is sad. 100-acre landfill. And people don't be doing their job right.
We are determined to find her. We're gonna give every effort. I'm gonna ask the surrounding agencies to send me personnel. We've got a team out of Atlanta coming that has found several 50-something in landfills. They're experts. They're gonna show us how to excavate this. We're dialing it in. They're gonna be.
So they got some experts coming to help them. They said we went and got some experts out of Atlanta to come through and help us. They have found over 50 bodies. Let's go, experts.
This week, and we will get started. We've already been started. So I want to sit here and thank the FBI, Enterprise Police, they have done tremendous work. SBI, the marshals, our sheriffs and deputies, the investigators, Enterprise. The community has reached out and helped us in every form and fashion that we've known how. And that is tremendous. So, y'all keep us in your prayers. Thank you.
James Tarbox, District Attorney. Want to update you on the legal process. Adrian Reid, as Chief said, has been.
Now, This right here, this part right here, y'all, is the part that's kind of sad because I think it's something. I get that what she did is horrible, but I think it's something mentally wrong with her. And they're going to seek the death penalty, he said. He done said that. He's see how he said.
Been formally charged with 1 count of capital murder for intentionally causing the death of a child under the age of 14, pursuant to Code of Alabama 13A 540 subsection A15. She has also been charged with 1 count of abuse of a corpse pursuant to Code Section 13A 1113. That is a Class C felony under the laws of the state of Alabama. She's now charged with a total of 3 felonies as a part of this investigation that began on February 16th. Capital murder under Alabama law is the intentional murder of someone with a legally recognized additional factor. In this case, subsection A15 is our additional factor, which is a victim under the age of 14. Genesis Reid was 2 years old. Abuse of a corpse is when a person knowingly treats a human corpse in a way that would outrage ordinary family sensibilities. Reid will have an initial appearance before District Judge Josh Wilson on the new felony charges later this week.
Right.
She
You
will
can
be entitled to counsel.
call me Jazz.
Based on
Right.
procedures established under Code of Alabama 1513.
Right.
She will be held without
What
bond.
if?
She may later request
She
a
was
bond
acting funny,
hearing,
bunny,
but the
y'all.
court is not under the strict time provisions set out for what we commonly refer to as an Anais law hearing. Under Alabama law, if we are successful in our prosecution for capital murder and Adrian Reid is convicted, there are 2 possible punishments for a jury to decide: life without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. During the court proceedings of this case, our office will have to formally elect whether we are seeking the death penalty. I am committed at that time to fully evaluating the case file and evidence before making a final decision on the death penalty. However, I am formally announcing today that based upon everything I know at this point about this case, this is having been with our officers, our deputies, and our agents for most of this investigation, day in and day out since February 16th, our office will be seeking the death penalty.
Like straight up. Straight up. Alabama ain't playing with you. This Enterprise, Alabama ain't playing with you. District attorney say, look, it's going to be the transition penalty for you, lady. We will be seeking the transition penalty for you. And this is just like sad. I wonder what all they can know to come out so strong. Like, I get that she wasn't honest, but how do they know this wasn't like a error or like, I mean, I know because they don't have a body, so what do y'all think, though?
Evidence shows that Adrian Reid killed her 2-year-old daughter. She literally threw her in the trash. And then she engaged in a 53-day-long campaign of deceit, lies, manipulation, and, as previously stated, destruction of evidence.
How are they going to prove that this wasn't like a horrible accident, though? And she panicked because she's already mentally deficient. You know what I'm saying? And she panicked. Maybe she tried to spank her, but, like, leave them toys alone. Spank her, hit her, and then she hit her head on, like, the coffee table or something. I don't know. That's all speculative. That's all exclamation mark alleged. And exclamation mark rumors, for sure. But what if, you know what I mean? Okay, so what do y'all think?
Finally made her false report on February 16th. Her conduct speaks for itself, and I believe this preliminary decision to seek the death penalty conforms to our community's beliefs about this case and our shared values about how we
saying the
value
community want it.
and seek to protect the most innocent among us, our children. Mayor Cooper.
So the mayor, a brother, y'all.
Mayor William E. Cooper, City of Enterprise. This is a very sad day for all of us. not just here in Enterprise, but across the country, our county, state, and beyond. I want to thank the law enforcement community and the many agencies who have worked so tirelessly on this case at every level.
He's the ledge,
I'm grateful for the support we have received from neighbors, friends, and people everywhere who have offered help, encouragement, and prayers. From the very start, our thoughts and our hearts have been with Genesis, and we have lifted up this little girl in our prayers. Now it is time to see that justice is done for her and to bring some measures of peace and closure to everyone who has cared so deeply. May God continue to watch over our community and give us strength as we move forward. Thank you.
Bless you, Mayor.
Thank you, man.
Bless you, Mayor. Bless you, Mayor. Mayor. Bless the mayor, y'all. Bless the mayor of Enterprise, Alabama. And I'm for real about that. Bless the mayor of Enterprise, Alabama. I don't know how long he's been the mayor or anything like that, but bless that man. Bless him. And bless the police department there. Bless the sheriff there for all of their hard work. You know. So yeah, he tickled me. He tickled me. He tickled me. He really did. But I don't even know why he tickled me, but he did. So I can't even tell you why he tickled me, but he did. So I'm not laughing at the case, y'all. Don't get on here later and say she was laughing. No, I'm not laughing at the case. I was just laughing. The mayor tickled me just now. The mayor did. Not what's going on. It was the mayor who tickled me. So y'all, do y'all think, like, just preliminary, if you was on a jury and you got a case like this and the defense said what I said just now, like the defense said it was an accident, would you send her to the transition penalty? Would you send her to the transition penalty if they could not prove whether or not it was an accident or not? Like, say they don't never find anything to say that it's something beyond like a accident, because if it's not just simply an accident, that means, like, it would have to be some type of, but I'm troubled with this death penalty thing. And I know, like, because of the lies and everything, why would she lie? She was scared. Yeah, but now I'm pretty sure she got a lawyer, because this is a high profile case, and her lawyer probably is telling her not to say anything. But she should have spoke up in the first place. If what I'm saying could be anywhere near true, she should have spoke up in the first place, and just explained what happened. If you know what I mean. But something about this tells me that it wasn't on purpose. I don't know why I feel that way. I just feel like she didn't do it on purpose. Just like how I felt like she was already gone. That's how I feel right now. Like I don't know. Even I know these mothers is, doing whatever, just like these suitcase babies that we're going to discuss on Friday's show. That's wild, but y'all, this baby right here is like, and she's so cute. Look at her. Yeah. But once again, I would have, with the mother, when we talk about what the mother said that I'm gonna stick with my child no matter what. That I feel like that statement can be taken two ways, right? That statement can be taken as like, it's done now. I'm still going to stand by my daughter. It doesn't mean that I have to respect, like, or not be saddened by what has happened here, but I'm still going to stand by my daughter. I'm still going to be there so that she doesn't have to be alone in her activity. You know, why would I just walk away from my daughter and decide I don't want to deal with my daughter at all, you know? So I guess I could see it both ways. From the mother's perspective, is that, you know, I'm rolling with my daughter in this. And if my daughter, and I think this was at the time when her daughter had told her that I guess something came out where Genesis was seen with a man in a white pickup truck. So the family started like giving out flyers saying, you know, hey, be on the lookout. But that didn't turn out to be true. So maybe she thought at that time that really her daughter was telling her the truth. Like she couldn't, you know, believe that her daughter would do that. So she like, no, my daughter didn't do that, you know. But who knows, you know? Who knows? But shout out to this police department once again. They really did do their big one in this case. And then they didn't let us run away with it, even though we did run away with it. They couldn't stop it.
So,
Internet was still talking about it, so they couldn't stop us speculating. And most of us that said what we said was right. This baby is not in the land of living no more.
That reached out and helped us in investigation. We have SBI with us, Aaliyah, my agency, Coffee County, the DA's office. So over the course of the past 21 days, this investigation involved approximately 8,000 combined working hours, with personnel often working 16 to 18 hours per day. Investigators have executed 37 search warrants, pursued 97 investigative leads with just our agency alone, and processed more than 5 terabytes of digital and physical evidence, with that number continuing to grow. Leads have taken investigators across multiple states, including Illinois, Texas, Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and throughout Alabama.
They was looking.
At any given time,
Big
more than
looking.
75
They was
law
looking.
enforcement officers from various agencies were directly involved in this case. We extend our sincere gratitude to the many agencies that provided unwavering support throughout this investigation. This is including, but not limited to, Aaliyah statewide agencies, the FBI local field office, the FBI Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, the FBI Behavioral Analysis Unit, the Coffee County Sheriff's Office, the U.S. Marshal's Office, the Dothan Police Department, the Dale County Sheriff's Office, East Alabama Canine Search and Rescue, Southern Star Search and Rescue, Enterprise's CERT program, Enterprise Fire Department, Enterprise Rescue.
You know what's so sad about these different like press conferences and stuff is, especially when it comes to stuff like this. And I said the same thing when we had the fires here. They get up here and they thank all of these people. Like this, I get it, gratitude or whatever the case may be, but people need to stand on their own square and don't worry about nobody giving you thanks. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but it's just like, why are you thanking all these people? They knew what they needed to do. They did exactly what they should have done. For real, for real. And I mean, big ups to them, but it's like the list just keeps growing, and you don't want to miss nobody. So it's not, you know, if I miss you, don't be mad. That's kind of like how I take this, you know, not limited to type of thing, but whatever. It's all good. Thank y'all.
And the numerous
for helping.
municipal and state agencies that assist with investigative follow-ups across the region. We're
I'm
also
just saying, it's
deeply
too
grateful
much.
for the countless calls and officers' assistance from law enforcement agencies and community organizations across the state who stood ready to help us in any way possible.
Thank all y'all.
This community has once again
for doing the
demonstrated
right
its
thing.
strength and compassion.
We can
In our
believe in
darkest
humanity.
moments, the
You know what I'm
citizens
saying?
and businesses of
It's
this
like when you see the right thing, you can believe in humanity, because we see so much of the wrong thing. We see so much of people not wanting to be involved. We see so much of people not caring about what's happening to our children and not caring what's happening in our schools and in our streets, to where when someone cares, we got to make this whole big old list of thank yous because people are caring. That's weird, y'all. Y'all think that's weird? I do.
came together to support investigators and assist any way they could. Our community's honesty, cooperation, and willingness to help play a critical role in the progress made in this case. Without that partnership, the swift developments we have seen would not have been possible. Over the past weeks, our community has prayed together, supported one another, and hoped for a different outcome. Today we grieve together. While nothing can undo the senseless and heartbreaking loss, I take comfort in my faith. I believe that Genesis' earthly body is no longer what defines her, and that she is now in a place far greater than anything this world could offer, surrounded by love and power beyond our understanding. Scripture reminds us of the value of every child, and the words of Jesus gives me comfort. Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them. For the kingdom of heaven belongs to such as these. That's all I have. We'll take questions, and I thank you very much.
Yeah, the kingdom of heaven belongs to the children because they really know what's up. They know the big. They know the big. Now, do y'all, Jazz, do you want to hear my theme song? And see if you can make a choice out of the two I like. Toot. Say yes if you want to hear them. Okay, here go one. Domesticated me. We rise, we heal, we consciously be. No labels, just growth. Domesticated me. Journey talking all the walk, seeking my body and soul alignment. Welcome to the space where we elevate. Okay, that is one. And here is number two, because I narrowed it down to two. Where we elevate. Rise up. Tap in. We consciously breathe. rise up. Nothing domesticated me. Me too. And it was 4. And I narrowed it down to 2. I narrowed it down to 2. It was 4. And those are the 2 that I really, really like. And I got 3 more. But I really like these. The other ones are a bit more slower and a bit more, actually it's something I could be playing in the background if I wanted to during a live and just have it on really low playing. But these are intro vibes. So yeah. So anywho, everybody, I just got one big thing to ask everybody that is still online with me and made it through the entire live and help me so that I can have a live posted on the YouTube. Pray for them. Pray for Genesis to bring Genesis home, a recovery of her body. And also pray for the mom. There's something in me that says that she might have panicked after what would be considered an accident. And I don't know where her head was, but it's just something in me that tells me that maybe she didn't mean to do it. Unless something else comes out beyond the fact that she sold her food stamps and stuff like that. That ain't no reason to kill your kids. I mean, KIL anybody, because that's done everywhere. So they're saying that she sold her food stamps and barely had food in the house. So that's why the oldest son didn't want to be there. But they didn't say she was whooping the oldest son and beating on him or anything like that. They said she sold her food stamps, and people do that everywhere. So that's not no big deal to me. Overall, like, you shouldn't be doing that. That's illegal. Don't sell your food stamps, feed your kids type thing. But they do that everywhere. A lot of times people sell their food stamps to pay their light bill. Sometimes people sell their food stamps to do stuff they ain't got no business doing with them. And y'all shouldn't be doing that. Y'all should be feeding y'all kids. However, a lot of times it do be to supplement bills because everything is high. So you got to make it work like how you can make it work. It's not right. I'm not saying it's right. Don't quit anything that's illegal. Illegal, I mean, because we don't support any illegal activities here on Domesticated Meat. You know what I mean? We want you to tap in and rise up. So don't say you got that from me, because you didn't. I said don't do it. But anywho and anyhow, y'all know what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to make it a great day out there, because it's a great day to make it a great day. And check us out on Friday, because we'll be back here Friday. And we're going to talk about CPS. We're going to dig into CPS, because these 2 young ladies that was found in Cleveland in that suitcase, apparently one of them father really was being active, because he was out here on these streets trying to get his daughter. The other one saying he wanted his daughter too, but he in prison. So I don't know how that works. But the one that's not in prison for sure would have had rights to get his daughter after the mother supposedly threatened the daughter. So we're going to talk about that on Friday. So make sure you're here on Friday. And if you're catching the replay, come on, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you invite some friends. We're building a community here. And our community is all about healthy healing conversations and seeing how we can help to prevent some of these things that are happening in our society today. So Fridays is true crime. So we talk about true crimes and what could have been done in the collective, in humanity to prevent some of these things. We need to get back to Miss Johnson sitting on the front porch, because this baby shouldn't even been missing that long without her being caught. Like, it was already 30 days before she said something, and no one else said anything. And I think that's where community comes in. That's where community comes in to me. So hopefully we'll see you on the next Domesticated Me, True Crimes, or Joni Talks. You pick your flavor. And I'll see you then.